What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy, for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I'd love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw here for today was Gemini. So let's go ahead and get it poppin'. But nonetheless, everybody, how are you? Hope all is well. I want to say happy Wednesday. Thank you guys, by the way. Yesterday I did want to apologize for my absence, but it was my girlfriend's birthday. So with that being said, I spent the day with her. But thank you guys very much for being patient with me, and I appreciate you guys coming out here today. So without further ado, let's get started here with Gemini. Do want to mention though, before we start today, I will be adding an addition to today's reading. I don't usually do oracle cards and things of that nature, but I've been definitely getting back into it. So we're going to use the Soul's Journey lesson cards today to see what your lesson is on top of the reading that I provide for you. So we'll do the normal daily, we'll do our normal spread, and then we'll go ahead and pull out the lesson cards here as well, just to see what kind of lesson comes in. Of course, take it if it resonates, and leave it if you don't, leave it if it doesn't. I was gonna say leave it if you don't. Okay, all right, everybody, let's get on into it. Hope all is well. Starting out here with the Gemini, let's see what is up. What's gonna be going on here for Gemini, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? Hey, everybody. How are you? Hey, Marlene. Thanks for tuning in. Hope all is well. Hello, everybody. Hey, Julia. Hey, Alex. What's going on, Red Skies? Red Skies coming in hot today with Gemini, huh? What's going on, Zia? Hi, Lila. How is everybody doing? Eclipse Chaser, what up? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Gemini, real quick before we start, we did have two flippers come out here for you, which is going to be the Death in the reverse and the Strength in the reverse position here as well. Just giving you guys a pre-message. Of course, take this if it resonates. For some Geminis at this time, you might be finding that it's very difficult at this moment to kind of hold back in terms of what you want to see change in your life. You might find yourself in a period of time where it's like, I'm trying to express that I want something to change. Maybe it's to a partner, maybe it's towards a friend, a lover, whoever. And you want to express that there's something that needs to change, but it feels like no matter how much you try to express it, it's almost like you're talking to a brick wall, or you're not getting very far with expressing your feelings here. So if there's a lack of change occurring in your life, especially when we're talking about relationships here, Gemini, I think you're kind of hitting that point where it's like, well, how much more longer can I tolerate it at the moment, or how much longer can I continue to, hope that things will change if somebody's making it very clear that it's not going to? So you might find yourself in that spot. Take that if that resonates, right? But what I would do is I would recognize that, or I would say to recognize that people are going to show up how they show up at the end of the day, right? We can't change other people. We can only change ourselves. So if you're in a situation right now where you don't think you can tolerate somebody not changing, or a situation overall not changing, especially if it's out of your control, you kind of have to get to that place of, are you willing to accept things as they are? Are you willing to let people or a situation show up as it is? Or is it time to find what really resonates with you, because this current circumstance or this current person can't resonate with you at this time? So Geminis, y'all got a pre-message, okay? But that was the pre-message that came through. Nonetheless, let's get on with it. Let's see what's going on here for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Gemini, one more shuffle over here for you, and we'll see what's going on here, baby. Hopefully, all is going to be well. Gemini, overall energy here for you is going to be the Seven of Swords in reverse. I love seeing this in reverse for you. Taking a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Justice in reverse. Taking a look at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Hangman, and then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So let's see what's going on here for the Gemini. Starting out here with your overall energy, we begin today's reading with the Seven of Swords in reverse, followed up here with the Justice in the reverse position as well. So automatically, Gemini, you're getting out of a situation that definitely feels like it could have been, it could have been a very kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here, deceptive kind of situation. Seven of Swords upright usually represents deception. Seven of Swords in the reverse means you're preventing deception, or you're preventing any sort of situation that could be harmful to you. So you're basically putting yourself out of harm's way. This is reminiscent. I could have sworn I was saying this to you guys the other day. If I wasn't saying it to Gemini, there was another zodiac sign I was mentioning that's putting themselves out of harm's way as well. So if it wasn't you, could have definitely been somebody else. But moving on forward though, Seven of Swords reversed here, Justice reversed here. Yeah, I think you're kind of noticing a situation right now in your life that totally isn't balanced. And if you were to be involved in it, caught up in it, it definitely wouldn't be serving you here at this time. Maybe some of you Geminis were in an unbalanced situation, but moving into your next 24 hours, you're reclaiming your balance. No longer am I being stuck. It's time for me to remove myself from whatever is happening here at this time that I definitely am not getting my best value out of, right? So if you're in a situation where you're not getting the best value, if you're in a situation that's unbalanced, if you're dealing with somebody right now that's not providing you what you deserve, you're tired of feeling stuck here, so action needs to be taken. Looking at the outcome here, Queen of Wands reversed. Queen of Wands reversed here could represent that something was taking away your energy. Typically, when I see the Queen of Wands reversed, it definitely can represent being in a situation where you feel like your energy's been zapped. You could have been dealing with an energy vampire. You could have been dealing with something that was draining overall, because when you're in that Queen of Wands reversed, it's like Stella losing her groove. Now it's time for Stella to get her groove back. You feel me? So I think for many of you, some took the energy right out of you. You know what I'm saying? And it could have been anything. Could have been a relationship, could have been a job, could have been a unfair kind of, friendship that you were dealing with as well, an unfair path. But there was something here that was unfair and you weren't getting your just due. And now it's time for you to turn that within your favor, because you're recognizing I can't control other people's actions. I can't control what they do, but at the end of the day, I can control what I do with my actions and where I choose to go and where I choose to set myself up for success. So this is about setting yourself up for success going forward and moving out of a situation that was zapping your energy overall. Okay. Now, Gemini, hopping on into your lesson here with the lessons card. Let's see what lesson you guys have coming up for you moving into your next 24 hours. So what lesson do we have here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. And what do we got? We have here, it's upside down, self-esteem. It says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I like that for you. Self-esteem coming in here for you, Gemini, at this moment in time. So I definitely feel like in terms of lessons, really focusing on your self-esteem can definitely be a huge benefit here for you at this time. And most importantly, right, what was the lesson from this situation? If you're not getting what you're worthy and deserving of, being in a place where you're really focused on your self-esteem means you're going to have this boost in confidence to make sure that you're getting your just due. So this really resonates actually with the reading we just discussed. So I like that a lot here, Gemini. Of course, take that how it resonates, leave it how it doesn't. Once again, it says self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Okay, absolutely, Gemini. So let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. I guess this one has reversals in it. I don't know. By the way, guys, just going to give you a fair warning. These are not my tarot decks. From time to time, I steal my girlfriend's decks. She has like a ton of oracle decks. So usually if I want an oracle deck, I just go over to her office and I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and grab one. So with that being said, they're a little jumbled over here, but I'm not going to be reading these in reverse. So I just want to give you guys that fair warning. Everything will be upright, okay? All right, though, guys, moving on forward. Gemini, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Hope you guys are going to have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Hopefully everybody's day here right now is going well as well. Appreciate you guys coming on out. So we started out with the air signs for today. We're going to go ahead and do air, water, fire, earth, jumping into the water. Let's have a look at Cancer. I don't know why I'm feeling Cancerian vibes. I'm feeling the water. Let's see what's up. What's going on here for the Cancer, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? Messages here for Team Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What is going on? All right, my crabs, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves 2 more shuffles, and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully all is looking well for the Cancer gang. Cancer, what's happening with you? Overall energy here is going to be the Ace of Wands in reverse. Some of you here could be feeling a lack of creativity, but it's also like a card that could represent like a lack of a spark, a lack of passion. So right now I kind of get this dimmed mood a little bit for Cancers in the next 24 hours. Like you kind of just feel, I don't feel super creative. I don't feel super passionate. I kind of just feel like, bleh, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what's coming up here so far. Could be due to an ending. I mean, looking at your current situation, Ten of Swords, you could be parting ways with somebody in your life, whether it be a romantic partner, friend. You could be parting ways with a job. You could be parting ways with something that just doesn't spark joy anymore or doesn't spark passion anymore, is the way the reading is looking. Looking at what you're dealing with, 8 of Cups reversed, and then looking at the outcome here, 3 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, this makes more sense coming into your next 24 hours. Cancer, it kind of feels like you try to go back towards something, because Eight of Cups reverse means returning to something. So whether you were returning to a person, returning to a hobby, a job, returning to, you know, a friend you haven't associated with in a while, or a certain kind of path, it's like you wanted to give something, it almost feels like a second chance. And then once you gave it that second chance, Cancer, like you recognize, yeah, the spark's not there. You know, Ace of Wands in reverse, current energy, Ten of Swords. It's kind of like you have that that clarification that something now is officially over, and you recognize that by going back to it to see if there was anything left, you're realizing, yeah, there's kind of nothing left for me here now. And it could literally be anything, right? It could be relationships, work, so on and so forth. So looking at the outcome, Three of Pentacles reversed, yeah, something just doesn't work for you anymore. I think you needed to give it one more chance, one more try, just to see if there was any spark of anything left over. But now that you gave it that extra chance, you come to the realization of like, okay, something here is just no longer meant for me. I made the right decision when I moved on. So I definitely see many of you getting confirmation in the next 24 hours that it was a good choice that you decided to end something in your life, because you're going back to it just to see if there's anything left there for you. And when you do, you're going to realize, okay, there isn't. So like, this is clarification to help me continuing on my path of moving forward, you know? So that's what I see, of course, coming in here for you. But moving on forward though, Cancer, before we close out your reading, let's see what your soul's journey lesson is going to be moving into your next 24 hours. So what do we got coming up here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Tammy says, it's been a while since I caught you live. Well, I appreciate you, Tammy. Thank you for coming on down. I hope you're well. All right, Cancer, let's see what your lesson card is going to be. And what do we got? We got forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Okay, Cancer. So for some of you guys at this moment in time, you might have needed, in correlation to the reading, of course, and by the way, not every soul card that I'm going to pull here today is going to correlate with the reading, so it could be a random message. But I do see, regardless though, with forgiveness here, for some Cancers, maybe in the next 24 hours, you're going back towards somebody, maybe because you needed to have that moment where not only you forgave the person, but maybe you forgave yourself, especially if we're talking about relationships, and maybe you had a lot of stuff that went down between you and somebody else. So there could be forgiveness coming in for some of you at a certain level where you're coming back towards somebody and just really clearing out all that emotional residue. You know, if you watch my channel pretty often, you often hear me talk about that emotional residue, the stuff that sticks on you after you walk out of situations and close out cycles. You know, not getting rid of that emotional residue, it's not a good thing because it still stays attached to you. And, you know, once again, right, it says forgiveness here. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. It's like the more we hold on to that emotional residue, the more that it can bleed into our future relationships with brand new people. So I definitely think that for many of you, the lesson here that many of you are going to start going through is that lesson of forgiveness, right? The more we harbor and hold on to any sort of resentment for any experiences we have, that can certainly bleed out into our future experiences with new people, new things. And that's the last thing you want to do, because for every new experience, you always want to start fresh, right? So take that how that resonates, Cancerian, but that's what I have in store here for you. But I think overall, it's a pretty good reading. I think that sometimes we need to go back somewhere, you know, just to see if it's for us or not, you know? For example, like, have you ever tried something, you tried a restaurant and you were like, okay, wasn't so good at first, but like maybe I just ordered the wrong thing. Then you go back to that restaurant again and you order something different, something you know you would normally like. And then you're like, okay, this is probably not so good either. So with that being said, all right, I tried the restaurant twice. Now I know that it's not for me, right? So I think that sometimes we have to go back to see if there's anything there for us. And then once you realize it's not, you have your answer, you have your clarity, and you keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. All right. All right, though, Cancer, thank you for tuning in. Of course, do take it how it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but appreciate you coming out here nonetheless. By the way, Ashley Speaks says, it's my birthday tomorrow, and that's what's up. Happy early birthday. Hope you have an awesome day tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope your birthday is going to be super duper special. Happy birthday in advance to you, Ashley. All right. All right, baby. Look at everybody blowing up. I love my soul family, man. All you guys are saying happy birthday to Ashley. That's awesome. Shout out to all of you. You guys are awesome. Nonetheless, though, guys, moving on forward, we started out here with our fire. We did our water, going on into the air sign. No, we didn't. We did our air, we did our water, going on into our fire sign. Let's have a look here at the Leo. What's going on here for Team Leo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got showing up for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Leo, let's get ourselves one more shuffle over here, and then we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully all is well. I kind of feel like you're going full force Leo in the next 24 hours. I don't know what it is. You know that scene on Pride Rock, okay, in The Lion King, where he's just on the top of the rock? Like, that's what I'm seeing right now for Leos, okay? So I feel like in your next 24 hours, you're really feeling yourself, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Like, you're feeling you. And I feel like for many Leos here too, it's a very confident day as well. If you have a job interview, you're going to crush it. Just throwing that out there for Leos. If you have a job interview, you're going to blow it out the water. Love that for you. If you've been looking for the perfect dress, this is random intuitive information coming in. If you've been looking for the perfect dress, Leo, you're going to find it, especially if you've had a party to attend or anything of that nature. And I'm also seeing around Leos here as well. Moving into not the next 24 hours, but probably the next week, you might not want to go shopping with somebody. I don't know why this is showing up. If your friend invites you shopping and it's not somebody you're relatively close to, maybe it's somebody who's trying to get to know you better or somebody who's new to your friends group, and they're like, let's go out and shop. For some reason, I feel like you shouldn't. I don't know why, just don't, okay? Skip plans that day. Shop another day, shop another week. Be mindful of that moving into the next week. That's really weird, you know? But listen, I just say what they say. So with that being said, take it how it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Really, really random messages showing up here, Leo. Nonetheless, though, let's see what we got going on here for you. So what's going to be showing up here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on into the next 24 hours. One more shuffle for the Lion. And we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully all is well. What do we got showing up here for Team Leo? Overall energy here for you is going to be the Judgment in reverse. So you could be connecting here with a Scorpio for a few of you. Having a look here at your current energy, we have the Hierophant in reverse, what you're dealing with. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. And then looking at the outcome here for you, Four of Cups in the reverse position. So for Leo's moving into your next 24, Judge in the reverse here to the Hierophant in reverse, Scorpio and Taurian energy. Automatically for you, I definitely feel like you're not giving somebody a chance here. You seem super uninterested in having some sort of commitment to somebody. I feel like this is about recognizing you're no longer ride or die for someone. And the reasoning you're no longer ride or die for them is due to whatever they've done here that's brought forth disappointment. Oh, baby, somebody's disappointed the Leo. And that's why Leo's in full Leo mode, because Leo's saying, I know my worth. Period. I know my worth. I know my worth, and I know that at the end of the day, anybody who disappoints me, it's not like there's no room for forgiveness in my heart, but it's a different story, though, when somebody here does seem to be continuously disappointing. And I kind of feel that showing up for many of you, because with the Three of Cups reversed here and Hierophant in reversed here, the reasoning behind this of why you're not continuing to be committed to whoever this is, keep in mind, we can all be committed to anybody. We can be committed to our families, to our friends, to our loved ones, and our lovers. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like a romantic kind of commitment. But the reason you're not showing up here and being committed to somebody is because I feel like they've been a constant letdown, somebody here in your life. And I also get that energy too, where they're not living by their word and where they're not showing up in the ways that they said they would. And like, when you're constantly living with that same old disappointment, it's like, why the fuck am I going to keep on giving my trust out for free and giving my energy out for free to hope that you're going to live up to the expectation that you said you would when you don't? So I think you're kind of at that point, Leo, where it's like, I'm just going to do me. You know, I do love myself. I do appreciate who I am. I do know my worth. And at the end of the day, I'm just going to be happy without someone, because I'm tired of the sweet nothings being whispered in my ear, because nothing does come from it. You know, looking at the outcome here, Four of Cups reversed, someone here is ignored, and Leo says, I'm keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward, point blank, period. So that's what's definitely showing up here for you. Of course, take that if it resonates. Hopping on into your lesson cards. Let's see what lesson's showing up here for the Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. And what lesson do we have here? We have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So I feel like your lesson in this situation, Leo, is that you're being called to bring in a little more empathy, being open to seeing both sides of a situation. Leos right now are like, well, I saw this side of the situation and it don't resonate with me. I feel like Leos are like, nope, I'm not. Listen, I can forgive, but I won't forget. Somebody here disappointed me way too many times. At the end of the day, I don't really want to be empathic towards somebody here who's been a constant letdown. I know, but regardless, for some of you here, keep in mind, like I said, these cards may not correlate to what we talked about in your full reading. They could just be at random for a lesson you need to hear in your life. So the lesson for you, Leo, is empathy, being open to seeing a situation from both sides. So I think that if you bring forth a little more empathy in your life, it definitely could improve some things. Whether this will tie in with the situation we read here today, or whether it ties in a different aspect in your life, don't be afraid to bring in more empathy, as it can be incredibly beneficial. Okay? All right, Leo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our beautiful fire. So we did our air, we did our water, and we did our fire. Hopping on into the earth sign, let's have a look here at the Taurus and see what's going on here for the bulls. Messages here for Team Taurus, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. By the way, I did see somebody in the chat earlier that was asking if they could ask a question. Keep in mind, guys, just want to let you all know. So I won't do tarot questions. If you're asking for tarot questions, you can go to my website and you can purchase a read if you'd like to. But for those of you that just have genuine questions that aren't like me pulling cards for you, like a situation you want advice on, or, something in general that you want to speak about, don't feel afraid to, ask me that in the chat. I'll answer whatever I see. And of course, if I have time, I'll answer as many questions as I can. In regards to like giving you a tarot reading, I'm not going to do that. If you want personal reads, it's on my website. But if you have genuine questions and stuff to ask about, don't feel shy about it. Okay. All right, though. Moving on forward, though, what do we got here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, bull gang. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully all is well. Taurus, overall energy here for you is going to be the Six of Wands. Love it for you. You could be connecting here potentially with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, Leo. So Six of Wands, big card of success. Looking at your current energy, Justice in reverse, what you're dealing with, Five of Cups reversed, sweet. Outcome here, Taurus, come on. 10 of Pentacles, loving it so far. Really, really, really good energy. So as far as what I'm seeing here for you, because you started out here with the Six of Wands, you move into the Justice in reverse. I want to keep calling it the Judgment. It's the Justice card. Regardless, Justice in reverse here being your current energy, this is showing up that your current circumstances are about to change. Things are about to flip for you. So you're doing a 180. If you've been feeling like you've been having unfortunate situations happen, unfortunate things happen, a lack of balance in your life, you're about to start seeing success come in here for you. So I feel like for any Taurians that have felt like, I don't know, nothing's working out for me, it's like, okay, now it's time to no longer experience resistance, but now things start to work out. So this is about energies moving in your favor, the wheel turning in your favor, right? Kind of like the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. So I see this showing up here for you, which is really, really cool. So with the Six of Wands here, success, Justice in reverse. I was dealing with unbalanced energies, but looking at what you're dealing with, Five of Cups reversed, you're moving out of this. So I definitely see Taurians in the next 24 hours moving out of any sort of unbalanced energy or anything that's been making you feel upside down a little bit or uncomfortable. You're really switching out of that and you're coming into your own, and it feels good. You're stepping back into your power and into your energy. Looking at the outcome here for you, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is like the master card of all stability. And I love that energy for you because it represents that you're comfortable. I really feel like sometimes in life, because remember, life is peaks and plateaus. Life is highs and lows. It's always going to be that way. So you can always expect a high when you're low. And if you're high, inevitably there will be a low. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's the part of life. So I definitely feel like if you've kind of been feeling like you were at a low, you're about to experience your high. That's what it's looking like to me. So, definitely don't get in that energy where you're stuck and you're caught in your head and you're like, well, life sucks right now. Is it always going to suck? No, things are obviously going to look up because inevitably they have to. So I feel like your time is coming soon, Taurus. So for any of you here that have been experiencing the lows, expect the highs. They're coming on in shortly, okay? All right, moving on into your lesson card. Let's see what's showing up here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what lesson card do we got showing up here for the bull gang? And what do we have? We have here gratitude. Hello. Gratitude says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Love it, love it, love it. Taurus, let's talk about gratitude for a moment, right? Now, keep in mind, don't think I'm insinuating that you're ungrateful or anything like that. That is definitely not what I'm insinuating here. But what I am saying is sometimes I do it. Everyone does it. The fucking Pope does it. Sometimes, though, we do take life for granted in certain ways, especially when we're going through difficult periods of our life because, if we're dealing with a lot of negativity, sometimes it's hard to see the good shit we have. I often would find myself in the past in positions where I would just be super negative and I would only focus on the bad stuff happening to me in my life, but I would rarely pay attention to a couple of good things that I had, So there's good things all the time around us, but when we're really in that negative mindset, it can be almost impossible to see those good things. So I feel like with gratitude showing up here for you, the universe here is trying to say, hey, focus on the good instead of the bad. If you've spent a lot of time harnessing and focusing your energy on the negative stuff occurring and happening in your life, switch that and look at the stuff you're grateful for. Look at the stuff you love. Because when you start to tap into that energy, it puts a big old smile on your face, And when you start to tap into that energy, not only does it make you much more happier, but it makes you realize maybe where I'm at's not so bad. Maybe I can shift my perspective and focus a little more on the positive things. And then once you start building that positive momentum, it's a game changer in your life. You start to stop thinking so negatively. You start to tap more into the positive energies. And overall, it's a really good thing. So don't be afraid to add gratitude here at this time, Taurus, into your life, as it can be incredibly beneficial. Focus on the good stuff. What do you have right now in your life that you're grateful for? Write down 5 things on a piece of paper, sketch pad, notebook, whatever. Write down 5 things in your life that you're grateful for and watch your face light up. Watch that smile come into play. And the more you can start honing in on the things you're grateful for, the more positive energy you're drawing in. And the more we draw in that positive energy in life, the more we create positive things. So it's a process. Gratitude could be a great first step. Okay? And for anybody else who's watching, if you want to try that as well, definitely feel free to. So with that all being said, Taurus, thank you for tuning in. Do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Appreciate you guys coming on out. So we finished up our first batch of signs. All right, so we're going to hop on into our second batch now, going back on into the air sign. Let's have a look here at Aquarius and see what's going on. So what's going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aquarian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on? All right, Team Aqua, you guys got me smiling for some reason. I don't know what's happening with the Aquarius, but I don't know. It feels kind of good. Okay. One more shuffle here, Aqua, and we'll see what's going on. What's happening? You guys are giddy as fuck. Aquarius, overall energy for ya. Uh-oh. Hangman reversed. Aquarius isn't stuck anymore. Something's clicking. Ooh, you're in your energy too. Taking a look here at your current energy, the star. The star here is the Aquarian energy in the tarot. What you're dealing with, King of Pentacles. Okay. And looking at the outcome here, we got here the Sun. I love it for you. Genuinely, really great message coming in here so far. So like I said, there's some sort of high vibrational energy I'm feeling coming in here for you. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that you've let something go. Looking into your overall energy to your current, Hangman reversed, it's the energy of letting go. Maybe something here was creating a blockage in your life. Maybe something here just genuinely was like a dim to your shine. But looking at the star, I feel like for your next 24 hours, you're getting re-empowered and more importantly, re-inspired to be focused on your path. I definitely see for Aquarians, you're kind of getting this energy not only of motivation, but inspiration's coming in here strong, where you feel inspired to set back on your path and do what you set out to do. Whether this is, maybe recently you have felt pretty detached from your career or detached from your life mission or detached from certain relationships. It's like, I had a goal in mind, I had an intention in mind, and I'm ready here to set back on that path and get things done. Looking at what you're dealing with, King of Pentacles, you're definitely fueled by something. King of Pentacles here represents stability. For some of you, it could be financial stability. So if you were having issues in the past where maybe there were financial blockages, due to the lack of finances, it was difficult to fund something you wanted. Well, maybe now you have all the finances secure that you need to fund what you want to do. And that makes you really happy, right? With the outcome being the Sun card. Sometimes, having the funds that you need in order to get things done can be an incredibly exciting time. So for some of you, there could be financial increases showing up here in your next 24 hours. But either way, if it's not about finances with the King of Pentacles, it's about having the time you know, and it's also about being in a stable enough place where you feel cool, calm, collected, and clear-headed and precise on what you want to do with your path. So I love it. I really think that Aquarians right now are knowing exactly where they want to go, and just being able to know your own sense of direction and know where you want to go moving forward is an incredibly empowering and positive energy to bear. So it's nice to see that for you, you know, especially for Aquarians that kind of felt like they were lost. It's like you're no longer lost when you know exactly where you're going, and you're just happy to know going forward. So beautiful stuff. Really love that for you, Aquarius. Of course, do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but appreciate that so far. We're going to hop on into your lesson card here in just a sec. Real quick, I do want to say Two Sons, thank you for subscribing to the channel, and Patricia, thank you for subscribing to the channel as well. Really, really appreciate it. But getting on in here to your lesson card, Aquarius, let's see what lesson we have here. What's showing up for Aqua in the next 24 hours? And we have here the empathy card. Who got this? Some other sign today got the empathy card as well. But it says here, empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So Aquarius, at this moment in time, bringing forward empathy in your life can definitely be incredibly positive for you, as it can help out in a certain area where maybe more empathy needs to be applied. Now, I definitely feel intuitively for most Aquarians, this is kind of like empathy for yourself. I think that, you know, there was probably a part of you for some Aquarians watching where you weren't empathizing with yourself. Maybe you weren't tapping into your feelings as much. Maybe you were downplaying how you felt because you were saying, well, it's not that bad, or it's not that deep, or I shouldn't feel this way. And I think that we got to remember, guys, the last people we would ever want to invalidate ourselves is ourselves, because there's going to be tons of people in our lives that are going to invalidate the fuck out of us. They're going to tell us that our feelings don't matter. They're going to tell us that our feelings are stupid, or that we shouldn't think a certain way and that we shouldn't feel a certain way. We're going to encounter tons of people who do this, whether they intend to or whether it's, you know, a subconscious thing and they don't realize it. And the worst thing you can do for yourself is to invalidate how you feel and to not have empathy for who you are. I'm not telling anybody to be a victim, because the last thing you want to do too is be in a victim mentality and a victim mindset. But if you can empathize with yourself and be less hard on yourself and see the progress you've made and see the journey you're on and see the love that you care for other people and see the beauty in you, you know, in who you are. It's like when you can start to empathize with yourself, you can start to see those different aspects of the beautiful Aquarian you are. And I think that it's really awesome. You know, and I think that the more that you can apply that empathy, the much more powerful you're going to see yourself. And most importantly, the much more positive of a light that you're going to see yourself here as well. So I think that opening up here to some more empathy in your life could be incredibly beneficial. All right. But I love it so far, Aqua. You guys had a really good reading here, really getting back on the right path, getting back on the right track, feeling inspired again. And you're happy about it because you have this sense of direction. Cool. Love it for you. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. You know, especially, you know, we got Pluto and Aquarius, I believe, right? That's coming up pretty shortly. And with that being said, being able to know that you have that sense of direction, it's going to be a really positive thing. All right, guys. So we did our air. We're going to hop on into the water in just a second. Hopefully you guys are having a great day so far, though. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here. We got about, I think, 211 people in the chat. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Drop a like if you're enjoying today's video, and appreciate you guys a lot. Danny B says, spot on. I just posted something about this. Thank you. And you're welcome, Danny. Appreciate you coming on in. Appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. 218 viewers, 222 viewers now today. Holy fuck, man. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. I've been noticing I've been getting more viewers than usual, and I really, really appreciate it, guys. It means a lot to me. So thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me, man. Marlene here says, be exactly who you are, and if others don't approve, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are, and if they don't approve, them. You know what I'm saying? I miss this button. I almost never use this anymore. It's like a sensor thing. It does all the beeps. It does all the beeps and bleeps and stuff. So I could just be like, hey, what the is up right now? It would be really funny if it wasn't working and I looked, you know, and it didn't make the beep. I'm pretty sure it made the beep. I'm sure you guys heard it, but if it didn't, that's a little awkward. Okay. Just saying. Savannah says, because you are a light, I appreciate you and the time you give us. Well, I appreciate you too. I'm more than happy to be here, guys, and hang out with you and shoot the shit, read the tarot cards, have fun, get deep, you know, get positive and have a good time. So thank you, man. Appreciate you all a lot. Fawn says she feels like somebody's hiding stuff. I'm assuming you're talking about a romantic partner at that time. It's tough when you feel like a romantic partner is hiding stuff for you because you want to trust your partner. You want to trust your partner with all your heart. You want to love your partner, and appreciate them. But when you feel like there is things being hidden, that's when you have to ask yourself, is it my intuition or is it my ego? And it's one of the hardest things to do, because it's one of the hardest things sometimes too to differentiate between the ego and the intuition. So you're finding yourself, do I trust my partner enough to believe in them, or do I have to take matters into my own hands to find out? I say the first step, if you feel like things are being hidden from you, is to ask the person genuinely. I think that's the first step to go. Have a conversation with them, talk to them. Fawn saying, I think it's somebody at work. Absolutely. This applies to anybody. If you feel like somebody's hiding stuff from you, first and best thing to do is ask them about it and just be upfront with them about what you've been feeling. Of course, if, they deny anything and you feel as if the vibe is off and something's not right, your intuition can certainly be correct. But I think sometimes though too, before we make actions, even if our intuition is proving us correctly, always know that truths will always be revealed. I think that's the most important part too. A lot of people will get this intuitive gut feeling, they'll do something and maybe then the gut feeling was wrong. Maybe it was the ego. Maybe it wasn't the right way to go about a situation. I always say the truth will always be revealed. So if you know something's off, trust your gut, right? But at the same time, wait for everything to unfold, because it always will. All right. And by the way, I see a very special person in the chat today who says it's their birthday. So Iman, happy birthday to you, baby. Hope you're doing well. Happy birthday to you. By the way, guys, the Stoned Oracle is Iman. So with that being said, if nobody, most of you know Iman, but for the new people, by the way, Iman's been an OG sub for the longest of time. So shout out to you, Iman. Happy birthday to you. Hope all is well. All right. All right, though, guys, I'm going to get one more hit of this, and then we're going to continue with the rest of the readings here for everybody. But happy birthday, girl. Appreciate you. I hope you're having a great day so far. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead over here and continue. So we just did air signs, right? We did Aquarius. We're going to hop back into the water. And let's have a look here at the Pisces. What's going on for the birthday peeps? What's happening for the fish? What's going on? Messages for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? Messages here for Team Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got showing up here, please, for the beautiful Pisces gang? All right, Team Fish, one more shuffle coming up over here, and we'll see what's going on, baby. Hopefully all is well. Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the Justice in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with a Libra. I've been seeing the Justice reverse coming out like all day so far today. It's crazy. Taking a look at your current energy, we got here the Five of Swords. What you're dealing with is the Hangman, which is you. And then looking at the outcome here for you, we got the Six of Cups in the upright position. Okay, so let's see what's going on here for you. So Piscean, for your next 24 hours, I kind of feel like this is about standing up for yourself, and I like that you're standing up for yourself for sure. I've definitely encountered a lot of Pisceans in my life, and not every Pisces is this way, but I've definitely noticed that sometimes some Pisces will, not really speak up for themselves because they'll feel hesitant to do so. I've definitely noticed that with a lot of people that I've dealt with in my life that are Pisceans. They'll feel a little hesitant to speak up for themselves. It's kind of like a water thing in general, because even as a Cancer, sometimes I won't speak up for myself when I should. So I think that what's happening here is you're like getting this confidence, but most importantly, when a Pisces gets fed up, that's when they speak up for themselves. And like, that's kind of the line that you're at here, Pisces, where it's like, I'm ready to speak up. I'm ready to say what I need to say. And I don't really care right now about the outcome, because I'm so tired here of being stuck. And I think you're recognizing that one of the biggest things that were keeping you stuck in whatever the situation is was the lack of speaking up. Sometimes we can keep ourselves even more trapped because we're saying nothing. But when we start to speak up, when we start to say our truth, when we start to say what we need, that's when we can make a change, because it puts us in the energy of action. So let's say, for example, there's something that was going on at work for you, Pisces, and you weren't happy with it, and you felt irritated. And eventually you get to the point in the next 24 hours where you're so tired of it happening at work, whatever it is, maybe some coworker's a douchebag, whatever the case is, you finally say something, you finally speak up. Instantly, you put yourself in an energy of action. And now that you're in an energy of action, something happens. Your coworker's a douchebag. You tell your manager, you're fed up, you're annoyed. Here's what happens. The douchebag coworker, they go bye-bye. Okay, maybe they don't get fired. Maybe they go to a different store. Maybe they go to the back of the store. Okay, and then they do stock in the back. Okay, but at the end of the day, you know, you start getting the situation resolved because you are standing up for yourself. So looking at the outcome here, 6 of Cups, you know, this is the energy of acceptance, and I think that this is the thing sometimes that Pisceans can struggle with too. It's this exception of, is what I'm feeling valid enough to bring to somebody else's attention? Is the frustration I'm going through valid enough to pop off on somebody else or to give somebody a piece of my mind? I think that sometimes Pisceans can feel that way. And the 6 of Cups here is about accepting that, like, what you feel is totally valid and you have every reason to feel how you're feeling, and let somebody know how you're feeling so that action can be taken and initiated, point blank period. So that's the vibe I'm seeing here for you. And I love it for you as you're opening up here, moving into your next 24 and really reclaiming that Piscean power. You know, listen, Pisces are the fish, but when you cross a line with the Pisceans, they turn into the piranhas, okay? And getting bit by a piranha, it ain't cute. It ain't a good time, all right? So with that being said, always keep that in mind, okay? All right, though, Piscean, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving. Or no, let's not keep it popping, pushing, because we're not over yet, okay? We got the soul cards over here, the lesson cards. I almost forgot you, Pisces. I'm so sorry. By the way, Pisces love, thank you for the $9.99, my love. You said, thanks as always, Aunt, sending good vibes to you. You're spot on this early morning, and this is an early birthday wish from you. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Pisces love. You got to let me know the date so I can say happy birthday, okay? But thank you for the donation. I appreciate it so much. Between Two Worlds, hello. Thank you for the $19.99. Really appreciate it. Thank you, my love. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, Piscean, what's going on for your next 24 hours? Let's get one more card over here and we'll see what lesson we have in store for you. What lessons showing up for Pisces? We got 2 lessons. Whoa, we got here purpose and we have here health. Okay, so Piscean, let's talk about purpose first. And keep in mind, I never read anything health related, so anything that says health, it's always going to be positive news from me, okay? Now, purpose, it says, I know what I am here to do. I love it. Because what were we just talking about, Pisces? We were talking about knowing your worth. We were talking about understanding that what you feel is valid, right? And as we were talking about you starting to pay more attention to the validity of your feelings, we have to recognize that you have a purpose and that you have meaning and you know what you're here to do. So I definitely think that one of the best things you can focus on right now in terms of lesson is your purpose. And if you're a Pisces and you're like, well, I don't know my purpose, that's okay. Not everybody finds it out immediately. I'm still looking for my purpose in my life. I think everybody else is too. I think it's a nonstop process of figuring out our purpose on this interesting spinning rock, you know? So with that being said, Piscean, I think that the more you can start to accept the validity of how you feel and the understanding that you're important, because maybe sometimes you undervalue yourself, the more you can start bringing attention to the fact that you're important and that you should be valued in a proper way by yourself. That's when things really start to change. Looking at the health card, let's see what it says. It says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Very beautiful. So maybe the lesson for some Pisceans here could be potentially about making some health changes. You know, for example, if you've been, smoking and you're noticing it's a little harder to breathe, right? At the end of the day, you could be making some health changes. Maybe you're focusing on quitting or you're trying to quit, things of that nature. And it doesn't have to be that anything bad's necessarily happening health-wise in your life. Maybe it's just about at this time, you're recognizing that you want to add more positive health routines to boost your health overall. That could be the same energy, right? So that could be what's coming in here as well with this card. So that's what I see here in terms of your lessons. And that's your overall reading, Pisces. We went a little deep there. We went a little deep for sure. Appreciate you guys tuning on in though. And I hope you're having a magnificent day and a great birthday. And by the way, Pisces love, I saw the date you said it's on the 10th. I got to put that in the calendar later on. Hopefully I want to remember after the daily because sometimes my mind nowadays forgets things really easily. So just, of course, do remind me on your actual birthday because I do want to say happy birthday to you, but happy early birthday nonetheless. Okay. All right, baby. So we did our water, we did our air, hopping on into the fire. Let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Sagittarian gang. What's going to be going on, baby? Messages here for Team Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Sagittarius, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves one more shuffle over here, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully, all is looking well. What do we got going on for the Saggy gang? Sagittarian, give me 1 second. Thank you. Overall energy here for you is going to be the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You could be connecting here with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look at your current energy, we got the Seven of Cups in reverse. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Four of Swords. And then the outcome for Sagittarius is going to be the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. By the way, Zeta Zoo, thank you so much for the 20. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate your generous donation. Thank you. All right. All right, baby. So moving on forward here for you. Let's see what's going on moving into your next 24. So Sagittarian, Five of Pentacles, I almost said four, but Five of Pentacles in reverse here. Seven of Cups in reverse. Kind of feels like you're in the space right now where you're coming out of the dark with someone or something. Seven of Cups in reverse can mean you're talking about one person and one person only, because looking at what you're dealing with the Four of Swords. Four of Swords typically resonates towards being in that energy of not communicating with somebody and taking a break. So I feel like for your next 24 hours, it's about getting out of the cold with someone and really starting to move yourself into a space where you just really drop the problems, you let go of the emotional residue, and you move on from any kind of issues that you've had between you and somebody else. Because outcome here, Ten of Wands reversed, it's about dropping the burdens. It's about letting go of any kind of, pent up or built up emotional residue that's been manifested here between you and somebody else. So that's what I feel moving into your next 24 hours, getting out of the cold with somebody and really starting to let go of anything that was going on between the two of you, whether it was animosity, whether it was emotional residue, whether it was anything. So I like that a lot. It seems like conflict resolution here is at play. And it's somebody you haven't talked to in a while, though, because I think that in terms of distance between you and whoever this person is, it looks like it's probably been about like 4 months or a little longer between the two of you. So I feel like you haven't talked to this person in quite a long time. Clarify the Seven of Cups in reverse for me. Clarifying the Seven in reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse position. I also think, though, too, that this is more for clarity than anything. Even though you're coming out of the cold with somebody, it doesn't look like you want to continue building a future going forward. But what you want to do is you want to let go of the feelings and ultimately have that last moment of clarity so you can move on and continue to do your own thing. So I see Sagittarians here clearing the air with someone, but also letting go and moving on. So after you clear the air, it's not about rebuilding partnership or rebuilding relationship, but it's about letting go and moving into the next direction of your new path, okay? Which is what I'm seeing here overall. All right, Saggy, moving on forward here for you. Let's have a look here at your soul lesson. All right, so what's going to be your lesson here moving into the next 24 hours? What do we got showing up here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours? And what do we got? So we got here guilt. Oh boy, what's going on here with the guilt? I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Let me tell you something, Sagittarius. Sometimes, whether we're dealing with love, whether we're dealing with a friend, sometimes we hold on guilt for things that we don't necessarily need to be guilty for. And sometimes we hold on to guilt for things that happened years and years and years ago that still affect us all the way up into this day. And I think that, right, pretty much as the card says it, right? The card here says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. I think that it's the perfect time to do that if you've been experiencing any kind of guilt in your life, So for any Sagittarians that have been feeling guilt, for any Sagittarians that have been feeling any kind of emotional residue you've been holding on for years that have made you feel guilty, it's the perfect time to let go, because sometimes we bear guilt in situations where we shouldn't, and other times it's been so long that you just got to stop beating yourself up and you got to forgive yourself, So for any of you that are feeling this way right now, I think that if there's any guilt you're holding on to in your life, love yourself, appreciate yourself, forgive yourself, and don't be afraid to let go, because you have to ask yourself this question: does this guilt align with you and the future you're trying to create? Or is this guilt something that's going to continue to hold you back, right? And I would say for most of you, it's not really within your resonance anymore. So Sagittarian, overall, don't be afraid to let go, okay? All right, Saggy, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. All right, so we did our fire, we did our water, and our air. We're going to hop on into the earth sign in just a second, but thank you, Saggy, for tuning in. And by the way, yes, I did say, whose donation was it? I think I said a proper thank you to everybody. Between Two Worlds. Yeah, I said thank you to Between Two Worlds, I believe so. Nonetheless, if I didn't, Between Two Worlds, thank you again for the 19.99. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. And hold on one second, guys. I just messed up my whole thing, my whole screen. No. No. I double clicked on my software. Go back. Ah, yes, I fixed it. Okay. I have everything set up on one tiny monitor. I can't show you guys right now because I'd have to turn the tripod apart, but like in my editing station, it's nice because like I have my two nice monitors and everything's fantastic. I only have one here, so I got to make everything super teeny tiny and I hate it. I'm probably going to get my second monitor too for this recording station over here and the streaming station to fix it up a little bit. But yes, nonetheless though, Between Two Worlds, thank you again. I appreciate your donation. Thank you for your generosity. It really means a lot to me. All right, everybody. So moving on forward here for us. I did want to mention here too, somebody said a comment that made me laugh. They were like, damn, so many reversals. It's like Uno. Well, keep in mind, guys, you are going to get reversals here with me, okay? For the daily readings, I read reversals. For monthlies and mid-monthlies, I do not. But for the dailies, I do, because reversals are a big part of everyday life. And I do want to mention, guys, always remember too, when it comes towards reversals in the tarot, it's not always a negative thing. Some reversals are actually more positive than upright position cards as well. So keep that in mind, you know? It's not always a bad thing, okay? All right, everybody. Moving on forward. We have almost 300 peeps in the chat. If you guys can drop a like, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to be shocked today if we hit 300. That's crazy. But thank you guys for coming out and having fun with me, man. So hopping on into, we did our air, we did our water, we did our fire, earth sign now, absolutely. Let's see what's going on here for the Capricorn. What's going on, baby, okay? Messages here for Team Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Capricorn. Let's go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up here, baby. Hopefully, all is well. Let's take a look here and see what's up. Cappy, overall energy here for you is going to be the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be connecting here potentially with an earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look at your current energy, we got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We have the Page of Swords in reverse, and then the outcome for Capricorn is going to be the Six of Swords in the upright position. So let's see what we got going on here so far. So for your next 24 hours, Four of Pentacles reversed here to the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. Kind of feels to me here for you, Capricorn, that there's definitely something here you're not holding on to anymore. But I also feel like with the Page of Pentacles reversed, there's something you're not providing anymore, because this is like a lack of providing something. Oh, let's go, dude. We got 300 people in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Holy shit. Regardless, Capricorn, there's something here you're not providing anymore for someone. And I think that if it's financial, that definitely could be showing up here in the next 24 hours. For some of you, you could be cutting off somebody financially, especially if you feel like you've been taken advantage financially by somebody, whether it's a husband, a wife, a brother, a friend, family member, son, whoever. You know, you might feel like you've dealt with, you know, somebody here kind of taking advantage of the finances that you provided. So for some of you, if you've been dealing with that kind of situation, I do see you cutting somebody off financially. Now, if you're not cutting off somebody financially, you're kind of cutting off what you provide for them. And maybe that's service. Maybe it's taking care of them, you know? Not talking about being a caretaker for somebody who's in need, but taking care of somebody all the time. Maybe they've shown a lack of appreciation. And if that's been the case here too, I know once Capricorns don't feel appreciated, don't expect shit. Okay, I got a Capricorn mom. The moment I stop showing my mom appreciation, that's the moment where I get nothing, okay? Point blank, period. All right, and I learned that as a child. I learned how to appreciate my mother, because if I didn't, I ain't getting shit, okay? So nonetheless, moving on forward here for you, looking at what you're dealing with, Page of Swords reversed, taking a look here for you, I definitely think, you know, you're kind of dealing with a situation right now where it's like, why would you want to be around somebody or communicate with somebody when you feel like there's such a deep lack of appreciation? Or if you're in a position and you're a Capricorn and you're getting taken advantage of, why would you want to be around somebody who's taking advantage of you? So Page of Swords reversed here says, yeah, I'm not communicating. I'm not being around this energy. I'm not tolerating it. Six of Swords. I'm moving in a new direction. I'm out here keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward as a Capricorn, you know? By the way, the Raffolo, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Or Tina, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I read that as the. Sometimes that purple's way too, blends in way too much with my background. And Carla, thank you for subscribing as well. Appreciate that. Thank you, Tina and Carla. But yeah, Capricorn, I think you're kind of at that point where it's just like, I don't feel appreciated. And if you've been feeling taken advantage of, it's like, I ain't going to tolerate it either. All right. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and check out your lesson card over here from the Soul's Journey. The Soul's Journey lesson cards. By the way, for those of you interested, if you want to check out this deck or purchase this deck, we have the author over here and the name of it. So if you guys want to screenshot it, type it on Amazon. If you like these cards, you can go ahead and purchase them. I'm sure they're probably on Amazon. All right. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's showing up here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we have here? Clips Chaser says, see, Aunt, we love you so much. And I love you guys so much, too. Thank you very much. Appreciate all you guys today, man. You guys are warming my heart today with all the love you're showing. All right, Capricorn, let's take a look here. What lesson do we have in store for you? Capricorn says freedom. Right next to the Six of Swords, too, right? We were talking about freedom. You're talking about keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. And keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward is all about freedom, right? So freedom, it says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Damn right you do. And that's the beauty of life, right? I think the beauty of life is about being free, being who you are, and being able to create your reality, and most importantly, create your happiness. So I feel here for you moving into your next 24 hours, right? With this freedom card coming into play here, it's about freeing yourself from situations that aren't creating any happiness in your life. You know, if somebody was taking advantage of you, if somebody was in this energy where they were not appreciating you and things of that nature, at the end of the day, it's not creating happiness in your life. So what true freedom is about putting yourself into a perspective where you're doing everything you can to create wonderful things in your life and create situations that create happiness, right? So you are the creator of your reality, and you can choose to walk away at any time from anybody and anything that's holding you back from your own happiness. And I think it's a beautiful thing here that you're moving in this direction of freedom, because freedom, when you can truly feel it and experience it, just means that you're creating happiness in your life, and you have the ability to create whatever you want as well. And guess what? That's all our birthright. So by really starting to tap into that birthright, you start to see that life can be a heck of a lot different too, you know? So I love it, Capricorn. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, okay? By the way, Rastafari and Heyo, thank you so much for the 20 bucks. Really appreciate your donation. You said, I will honor the physical vessel that holds my soul. Yep, that was beautiful, right? I really like the way that it said that in the card over here from the Soul's Journey. These are cool. I don't know when my girlfriend bought these. She bought these a long time ago, though. I'm pretty sure like a few years ago. I never really used them. I think I might have used them once, maybe. But these are really nice cards, and they do have really nice sayings on them as well. So yeah, that was a beautiful one, right? Thank you, Rasta, though. I really appreciate that, Rastafarian. Thank you for the 20 bucks, okay? All right, guys. I can't believe it. We're on the last and final batch. It's almost been an hour. It's almost been an hour, man. Usually by now we're done with the last row and we're closing out. But these daily readings have been getting a little longer lately. But yeah, it's been fun. Just shooting the shit with you guys. So going on to our last 4 signs now. Going back into the air, Libra. Let's see what is up. What's going to be going on here for the Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on? All right, Team Libra, one more shuffle coming in here for you, and we'll see what's showing up here, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Libra, overall energy for you is going to be the 10 of Pentacles. So you could be connecting here possibly with a earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look at your current energy, we have here the World card. What it is you're dealing with, we have here the 7 of Swords. And then looking at the outcome for you, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So for Libra's next 24 hours, 10 of Pentacles here all the way to the World card showing up in the upright. So I think right now you've kind of found an end-all be-all situation in your life. You know, whether you're mentioning your relationship here being your end-all be-all relationship, whether we're mentioning your job or we're mentioning your path, I think you found where you fit in and where you're comfortable and where you want to be. I think that in terms of growth and expansion, you've kind of grown to the place that you feel content, and this is somewhere that you can see yourself wanting to be moving forward. You know, you've reached the world, right? So I think that right now you're recognizing I'm happy and I'm comfortable where I'm at, but I also think that for some Libras, there's a lot of hidden fears kind of surrounding this, because looking at what you're dealing with 7 of Swords, even though 7 of Swords can represent self-deception, and fear in a way can be self-deception, I think fear is more of the main concept we're talking about here. It's that you have this fear now. It's like, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I've made it. I'm in a good place, and I'm kind of fearful of losing it. right? Because with the outcome here, Queen of Wands reversed, you know, this is almost like I'm hearing in my head, like I'm not so sure how much longer I can keep up doing what I'm doing. I might be happy doing what I'm doing, but I don't know how much longer I can keep up, you know, living this life or living this lifestyle or having this great job or having this amazing man or having this amazing person, you know, worry showing up over here for the Libra. And as you know, right, the more we worry, the more we basically put energy into a reality that doesn't exist. You know, the definition of fear, you know, it's a false entity appearing real. It's false evidence appearing real. Because false evidence is a false reality. It's just what we're imagining, right? Even though it hasn't come to pass, it hasn't happened. So I feel for Libras in the next 24, you got something really good going on here for you. But the more you keep worrying about it disappearing or changing or going away, it's like the more you're going to put yourself into a perspective where you're living in fear instead of enjoying what you got. I always tell people, never worry about when something ends or when something's going to begin. Just if you have something good in front of you, enjoy it till its fullest. Don't worry about the shelf life of a relationship, the shelf life of a friendship, the shelf life of a job. Just if you're happy and it's going great, live in that present moment, because there's no other moment that's ever going to matter than the moment you're experiencing right now. Okay? All right, Libra, moving on forward here for you. Let's have a look and see your soul card here, your lesson card here, and see what we have in store for you. So what's going to be the lesson here for Libra that they need to learn moving into the next 24 hours? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we have? We have here the health card coming out. I'm going to pull one more card as well, just because I'm not a big fan of reading health. So let's get one more card coming out here for you. And we have here freedom, which also our last zodiac sign we just read for had freedom as well. Okay. Nonetheless, let's get on into it for you. So looking into your lesson card showing up here, the first card says health, which says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Now, what I mentioned to another zodiac sign that got the health card today as well is that this to me kind of looks like you're making maybe better choices, promoting better health in your life, doing better things, of course, that can promote better health and better stability. So that can definitely be the path that you're on right now, Libra, where you're doing everything you can to promote better health and to, you know, just add in that extra comfort and security within your own personal health in your life. Now, looking at the next card here, we do have freedom, which showed up, I think, in the last reading we did, which says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And this correlates a lot to what we just discussed, because you were basically in a place of fear, right? And the more that you're in fear, the more you're going to be in a place where you're not enjoying nor being happy with what you have. I think you have to recognize that the stuff in your life right now that's making you happy is stuff that you've manifested and created. You have consciously or even subconsciously created something wonderful, and your creations are meant to be enjoyed. So basically, if you can be present, you're going to be free. I think that that's the way that the card wants to come out here. You know, if you can be present, you're going to be free. Point blank period for any Libra that's watching. The more you put yourself in the future, you know, you ever heard that saying? If you're living in the future, you're anxious. If you're living in the past, you're depressed. If you're living in the present, you're A-okay. The reason they call it the present is because it's a gift, right? So with that being said, with freedom showing up here, I believe you're free when you're in the present. You're not free when you're living in the future because you're anxious as shit. You're not free when you're living in the past because you're depressed. So you're free when you're in the present and when you can focus on the happiness that you've created already. All right. So Libra, I love that for you. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. I think overall, though, really good messages coming out here for a lot of people today. We've had some pretty awesome readings. Okay. All right, guys, moving on forward. We finished up all of our air signs officially. Let me get some water in me, and then we'll finish up the rest of the readings. We got 3 more to go for all the other signs. Just give me 1 second, everybody. Okay. Ooh. My throat's starting to get so shot and burnt out because I've done so many readings today. But anyways, we did air, so hopping on into water. Let's have a look here at the Scorpio and see what is up. So let's see what we got going on here for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Scorpio, let's go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up here, baby. Hopefully all is well for the Scorpio gang. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we do have here the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Taking a look here at your current energy, we have here the 3 of Swords, Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Ace of Swords. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about it here for you. Let's see what's going on for Team Scorps. As far as what I see for you guys, I definitely think that right now you're trying to not continue to add to your heartbreak. I think that, or add to any sort of pain you have in your life, because Three of Swords doesn't always have to be heartbreak. It can certainly just be any other kind of pain that you're experiencing. So I feel like Scorpios are saying, like, I don't want to add any more pain in my life. So looking at what you're dealing with, Ace of Swords is like, I'm kind of detaching. I'm cutting everything out. I'm cutting everyone out. I'm kind of pulling back and going into this hermit mode mentality, because the more, and even physically, right, you're just hermiting, you're staying away from people. It's like the more that I can kind of keep to myself, I know I'm not going to screw myself over. You know, I know I'm not going to over at this moment in time. So it's like, at the end of the day, if I'm not going to screw me, you know, I'll be here to protect me. So I definitely feel like you are distancing and you are detaching right now from certain people in your environment. You know, I definitely think that this is kind of like a means of self-preservation. And I've definitely seen this energy before with many Scorpios where they move into self-preservating vibes. Looking at the outcome here, Ten of Pentacles reversed, I definitely think that for some Scorpios right now, you kind of feel like in your life, there's a lot that's happening, and there's a lot right now that's kind of upside down. There's a lot right now that's not stable, and you feel like you've been dealing with so many lows and so many unfortunate things happening that you just rather detach from everything right now, you know, in a means to preserve yourself. Because if I deal with one more shitty situation or one more person who screws me over or one more thing that goes wrong, you know, you kind of feel like you're going to snap here at this time. So it's like, I think I just need a break. And I say that that's okay. I think everybody needs a break sometimes. And I think that in life, sometimes bad stuff or intense shit comes in waves, you know? There can be moments where we get swamped and hit with stress after stress after stress, with unfortunate event after unfortunate event after unfortunate event. And when that stuff fucking happens, like, you know, we all deserve to take some time to take some space and take a break and chillax and do everything we can to kind of regroup ourselves, especially if life's been overwhelming or if it's been a bit too much. So Scorpios, you know, I think what you're doing right now is a-okay. I think that, you know, eventually you can come back and you can open your heart again and not be so worried about getting hurt, and you can open yourself up to being vulnerable again as well. But I think that if you need a break and if life's been a little rough and you need that time out where you just kind of keep to yourself and you protect yourself, like, don't be afraid here at this time to do so. I think that it's definitely the right move. Just don't be in that energy forever. You know, the last thing you want to do is shut people out forever, because, you know, connecting with people is one of humanity's most beautiful things that's been offered in this entire world. And it's the most beautiful thing about humanity, right? Is being able to connect with other people. So that's what I see showing up here for sure. Okay, so keep that, you know, take that if it resonates, of course, leave it if it doesn't. Debbie, by the way, thank you for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. But Scorpio, let's move on here to your lesson card and see what's going to be showing up here for you. Did my camera die? No way. Oh no, it just turned off. Let's see if I can get this turned back on. Let's see if we can get my second camera working. I'm not sure if it's going to turn on though, guys. We got to see. Sometimes it doesn't do it midstream. Oh, yes. Let's go, dude. Sweet. I didn't think it was going to turn on. Sometimes it doesn't, unfortunately. It might have like overheated a little bit because it's connected to a power supply. I got a little battery here, so it's got full battery too. But I'm happy that turned back on. All right, so let's see what's going on. Jimmy Jams just asked in the chat, are pants a requirement to watch here? Jimmy Jams, if you want to watch in your undies, I don't care, my boy. Live your best life. I ain't looking, right? Kyle Garcia, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. All right, Team Scorpio, let's see what's going on here for you. Messages for Scorpio. What lesson card showing up here for Scorpio? And what do we have? We have balance. Absolutely. And this, dude, these freaking cards are fucking spot on today, man, with the readings we're talking about. So Scorpio, coming in here for your lesson. What's your lesson? Balance, right? We all need balance. We all need to be social. We all need to be antisocial. We all need to be light. Sometimes we need to be dark. Okay? And be little gremlins. You feel me? So at the end of the day here for you, Scorpio, moving into your next 24 hours, I think balance is a great thing here. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Beautiful. So that's your card here for your lesson. Your lesson is balance. Once again, it says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So when we talk about balance, right? Life isn't always happy-dappy. It's bullshit if we think that life is always happy. You know, happiness is temporary, so is sadness. So considering we live in a reality of duality, with that being said, we're going to have the dark moments and the light moments. And I think that you're just kind of getting that short end of the stick right now a little bit, Scorpio, unfortunately, where it just feels like one shitty thing after another, after another, after another. But remember that there's balance, and remember that it's not permanent, it's temporary. You know, when we're going through tough stuff, it's temporary, and inevitably the good stuff's on its way. So that's what's happening here right now. You know, kind of just ride the tough wave, ride the tough times, and then know that the good stuff is coming in the end, because we have to live in this world of balance, you know, because, you know, anytime we have tough times, we're going to have good times that are coming too, you know, so everything's meant to do that 180 here for you. All right, the Scorpio, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Appreciate you guys tuning in, though, and I hope you guys did enjoy your reading. All right, so we finished up all the water, we did all the air. We're going to go into the fire signs in just a sec. Let me just set up real quick. By the way, Cupid Soul 214 says, I've been watching you since 2018. It's so awesome to see your growth. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You've been around since like basically the start. So really appreciate you watching me over these years. Thank you guys so much, man, for your love and for your support. Jimmy Jams apparently says he has his thong on. I love that for you. You know, live your best life. You know, sometimes they look a little comfy, don't they? Huh? Your tarot thong. I can't. That's so funny. Oh my God, I would love a tarot thong. That would be hilarious. My girlfriend would have a blast if I was wearing that. My girlfriend would have such a blast if I was wearing that. Oh my God. You crack me up, man. Jimmy Jams is so funny today in the chat. I can't. A freaking tarot thong. Yo, y'all are too much right now. All right. Air signs done, water signs done. Moving into the fire. Let's have a look here at the Ram fam. Let's see what's going on here for Team Aries, okay? All right, guys. What's going to be going on here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Aries, let's go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle over here, and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully all is well. Aisha says, I've been watching your videos for a long time too, and I know you've been here since like almost OG days too. You might have even been OG days. It might have even been 2018, but I definitely like 2019 and on. I've seen you around for sure. All right, baby, let's get on into it. Let's see what's up, man. Starting out here with the Aries. Y'all, I can't right now. Y'all are cracking me up too much in the comments. Hold on, y'all. I need a break. I'm so sorry, Aries. Oh my God. I need a break. Give me 1 second. Jimmy Jam says it's got the star card printed on it. Tarot After Dark says make thong merch. I can't. You guys are killing me right now, dude. All right, Aries, getting on into your reading. I got to compose myself right now. I'm getting drained, so everything's funny. Okay. Aries, overall energy, Ace of Cups in reverse. Looking at your current energy, we got here the Knight of Pentacles. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got the Empress. And looking at the outcome for you, Nine of Cups in the reverse position. Cool. So let's see what's up here for you. So for the Aries, for your next 24, Ace of Cups in reverse to the Knight of Pentacles in the upright position. I definitely think right now, something's been, you know, slow and steady. I think, you know, Ace of Cups reverse can definitely represent unrequited love. And if it's not about unrequited love, you know, it could be just a lack of fulfillment. So something here right now, you haven't been loving for a minute. It's been a while, you know. And with the Knight of Pentacles, that's what indicates it's been a while. Knight of Pentacles is like, it's been slow, but it's been steady, that I'm not really loving someone or something anymore at this time. And, you know, you're recognizing you've been having growing pains because looking at what you're dealing with right now, we have here the Empress, and the Empress card here represents a significant amount of growth, you know? So that's what I see moving into your next 24 hours. It's like you're growing, right? And you were dealing with the growing pains for a while, but I think that now you're recognizing I have fully outgrown somebody or something in my life. And now that you can recognize that, you can own the fact that you've outgrown it, and you don't have to continue to be unhappy being somewhere where you clearly don't want to be. You know, outcome Nine of Cups reverse. Nine of Cups reverse represents that you're unhappy. And I think that when we go through growing pains sometimes, you know, we can have this lack of acceptance that we're outgrowing a person or we're outgrowing a situation. But once we come into that place of acceptance that we have outgrown someone or something, then we can move forward here for you, and we can move forward and not be miserable in a place where we don't want to be, but instead we can go to where we want to go, right? So I see that showing up here for you, and I love it. I think it's a really good time, and I think that as you finally start to come into this acceptance, you're going to be super excited for what's to come going forward in your future, okay? All right, though, Aries, moving on in here for you. Let's have a look at your lesson for the next 24 hours. So what's going to be the lesson coming in here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What lesson do we have here for Aries? What's showing up here for you? And we have here honesty coming on out here for you. Yeah. And over here it says honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And I think that honesty and coming into the energy of acceptance sometimes can kind of correlate with one another for sure. You know, taking a look here at the card, right? Honesty card here says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I think it's about honesty on top of acceptance, kind of intertwining with each other in the next 24 hours. And it's that realization of like, yeah, you know, other people here may not always be honest with me about what I should do or what I feel or what's happening or what the best advice can be. But I know that I could be honest with myself. And it's like in the next 24 hours, it's like when you really sit down with yourself and you ask yourself, are you happy somewhere? You know, are you happy right now in your current circumstance? Are you happy right now where you're at in life? And I think that once you start to recognize that and you start to see like, no, I'm just not happy where I'm at, then you come into that truth. And by being true to yourself, you start to figure out that I'm ready here. I'm done with something. I'm outgrowing it and I'm ready to move on to something much more positive and much more majestic, and much more exciting in my life. So I love it for you. You know, you're moving back into that space where you're ready to embrace the new. And I think that it's going to be a pretty cool journey ahead here for the Ram fam. Okay. All right, Team Aries, I love it, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Aries, for tuning on in. Of course, do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you guys for tuning in nonetheless, okay? All right, baby, moving on forward. We're going on to our last but not least zodiac sign for today's daily reading. So we finished up all the fire, the water, and the air. Going on into our earth signs, let's have a look here at the Virgo gang. Let's see what's going on. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me fix... oh my God, I'm hitting all the freaking signs right now, huh? Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me take off Virgo again. Let me take off Aries. Now let me hit up Virgo. Jesus, I overlapped like 5 different signs right there. Anyways, guys, moving on in. Virgo, how are you? Hope you're well. Let's have a look here at your next 24. So what's going to be going on here, please, for the zodiac sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on? All right, Team Virgo, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up here, baby. Hopefully all is well. Virgo, overall energy here for you is going to be the World card. So you could be connecting here possibly with a fixed zodiac like an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or potentially a Leo. Having a look here at your current energy, we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. What you're dealing with is the Hermit in reverse, and then the outcome for you, we got here the King of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, so for your next 24 hours, let's see what's up. You're definitely showing up in this reading as we got here the Hermit, which is the Virgo card. So World card here, Four of Pentacles reversed. I definitely think right now it's about kind of just accepting the new beginning. I think for quite some time with the Four of Pentacles reversed, at one point the Four of Pentacles was upright. So, you know, in the past you were having a difficulty accepting something new happening in your life, accepting a new beginning. But now I feel like you're being pretty open to it, honestly. I think you're being pretty open here to a new experience. You know, looking at what you're dealing with, Hermit reversed, you know, you're not running away from a new beginning or from, you know, something new in your life happening. You know, you're kind of just accepting it for what it is. You know, I have seen a couple of signs here today that definitely kind of had the whole theme around acceptance and, you know, accepting where you're at right now and accepting things for what they are. And I definitely see for Virgos in the next 24, that's kind of where you're at too. Because I think there was a moment in time where it was like, okay, I'm not happy with the new beginning, or I'm not comfortable or adjusted yet to the new beginning. But you were in that space where you weren't facing it. You were kind of running away from it. Maybe you were trying to run back to the past a little bit. But moving into the next 24 hours, it's like, okay, like I'm ready here to accept the new beginning for what it is. I'm ready here to be open and honest about this journey and to not run away. And I'm ready here to face it, right? And looking at the outcome for you, King of Wands reversed. Sorry, guys. Wrong camera for some reason. Looking at the outcome here for you, King of Wands reversed. It's like, even though right now I may not entirely see the vision of this new beginning or the potential that it has, I'm acknowledging that I can't go back to the past. I can't go to the future. I have to focus on the present. You know, so at the end of the day, if you can't do anything about the past changing, then focus on where you're at now. And remember, where you're at now, who says you can't expand on that? You got to start somewhere. You know, with every new beginning, you got to start somewhere. You know, for example, when I started this tarot channel, you know, it was fun as fuck. It was so cool. But, you know, I had to start somewhere. How did I start filming my videos? I filmed my videos on like an iPhone, something. An old iPhone is what I started filming my videos on. You know, and you come into my studio today, you see like, you know, crazy computer over there, computer over here, monitors everywhere, cameras, lights, all this stuff. You know, I had to start somewhere. It was a little uncomfortable at first doing what I was doing. It wasn't what I expected. And, you know, I definitely wasn't happy that I didn't have all the cool and amazing tech that all the YouTubers had, but at the end of the day, I started somewhere and I expanded on where I was in my new path, and eventually I made the new path work for me. And I think that that's kind of what the idea is all about for Virgos in the next 24 hours. It's like your new path might not look so pretty, it might not look so amazing, but who's to say you can't expand on that and make it so fantastic, right? So don't be afraid here to expand where you are. Don't focus too much on the past. We can't go back there. We can't change it. Don't focus on the future. We can't get there either. We only have now. And with that being said, if you're not if you're not happy with your current circumstances, who's to say you can't expand on them and make them better? Okay, moving on forward, Virgo. Let's take a look here at your soul message, and then we'll close out because you guys are the last sign here for the daily reading. Let's see what soul message is showing up here for you. So what do we got here? What lesson card, what soul lesson card is coming in here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here for Virgos at this time? Let's see what we got. Virgo, and we have here love. Hello. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I love it, dude. That just resonates perfect too with what I'm talking about, because at the end of the day, right? I was mentioning to you, you might not love where you are right now, right? But you always have this opportunity to expand where you are. And I think that with the love card showing up, it just adds so much more to this reading, because it says here, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. If you can see the good of where you're at in your life, even if you're not happy with your current circumstance, if you could just see the good in the fact that you have an opportunity to change it, that's a good thing to see, right? The more you can look at where you're at with love, the more you can see things in a positive light. And the more that you can see the good in things, the more you can see the opportunity to make things better. And I think that once we start to realize that, it really opens up a whole new world for you with whatever your new beginning is here, Virgo, at this moment in time. So that's an awesome card. Love, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Really beautiful energy, really beautiful reading. And I think it's going to be super eye-opening for Virgos when you kind of just accept where you're at and you know, you recognize you have every chance to expand on it and make it better, because hell yeah, you do. You know, it's your life. You can switch things up and make it better as time progresses. Okay. All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. What a freaking daily reading today, guys. How long has this daily reading been? I think this is the longest I've ever done. Let me see. An hour and 21 minutes. Oh my Lord. Yeah, definitely one of the longest daily readings I have ever done before, but totally worth it. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm a little drained over here, but it was a fun time. We got pretty deep here today for sure. We got pretty deep, and I think it was an awesome, awesome time. So with that all being said, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Guys, thank you all so much for coming out here to today's daily reading. Really appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the video today. I just want to mention, shout out to the people that come out Monday through Friday. Thank you for your love, everybody. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you all so much. Hope you're having yourselves a fantastic Wednesday. Happy hump day. For everybody who sent in donations today, guys, thank you all so much for that. Those donations seriously help out a lot more than you all know. I really appreciate your generosity. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did want to mention, everybody, in regards to this week, my landlord downstairs is still working on an apartment, so it's been pretty rough in terms of noise. So it's been kind of hard to film and record. So I'm still doing my best to get your March readings out as quick as possible. But, you know, there's only so much time in a day I can work, and if the conditions are rough and hard to work in, it's kind of hard to get work done. So just bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to get those March readings out as quickly as possible, everybody. So I'm going to do my best to get them out as quick as I can, but they will be coming up, okay? So stay tuned for that. The rest will be coming out, okay?
I did want to mention as well, if you are interested in personal services and products and so much more, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. Link will be in the description below. If you guys want to get yourself a private reading with me, you're more than welcome to. There's still a couple slots left for the different types of personal services I have. So if you guys want to get yourself a service with me, check out my website, link in the description below. I do want to fair warn everybody, the only way you can ever get any kind of personal service with me will be for my website and my website only. I'm never going to reach out to you asking for money or asking to read for you. And if a social media account that looks like my name ever reaches out to you, it's never me. So please report and block that social media account, as tons of people impersonate me and wish to scam my audience. And the last thing I want to see is see you guys get scammed, okay? Of course, if you're new here and you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe, baby. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to have you be a part of the soul family here, okay? All right, guys, take it easy. Have a great, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. Thank you, everybody, for your love and for your support. Hope you guys are having a good one. Iman, once again, happy birthday to you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I don't know if Iman is still in the chat or not, but nonetheless, happy birthday to the Stoned Oracle, also known as Iman, the Sacred Empath, okay? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. All right, everybody, I'm tired as fuck. I'm going to take a nap. I love you. Have a great and fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys later. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.